Hello YouTubers and YouTubettes, as Cutworm sometimes likes to say. Look at the sun shining out there. Woo-wee! I love seeing the sun reflecting off some of my old cars. It's a beautiful day. I'm celebrating no longer living in the frozen north. Bless my heart. I've done my time, and now it's time to have some fun in Dixie. So let's go see what we can get into, okay? Okay. Oh, I just heard a bird singing. That's a good sign. So I've been thinking for a few days about what I wanted to do with that piece of plywood. I'd like to put some sort of protective covering over it. I was thinking about painting it. The other trailer I painted blue along with the rest of the trailer. And then I remembered I had bought that shellac. It's not really shellac. It's whatever it is that they sell nowadays in place of what used to be called shellac. And I've got a can of it right here. This went on pretty easy. I can't remember if this was oil-based or water-based. Dried quickly. Seemed to cover pretty well. That would actually look pretty good on there. Let's see, this is urethane. So it is oil based, so that would work. I still have a brush here that I think is usable. So I could just take that and this and just coat that down with some of that, and then we can attach this onto there. I think that's what I'll do. Oh, the joy. Maybe instead of that, I might use some of that Ford. I got some Ford tractor gray. I might use that instead. Save this for another day. I think that Ford tractor gray would look pretty good on that. The other thing I'm going to do is weld up this brake pedal. We were talking about this yesterday. I think what I'm going to try to do is keep the VW emblem and then put the two pedals on the back. I think that'll work out just fine. So what I'll probably do is go get the Ford tractor gray, paint that on one side, and then go up and weld this. I've also got to get a new whatchamacallit there for the camper, and I've got a big brush set aside for this. I'll go get the paint and we'll get on with this. One of the things I'm pretty sure I have around here is a tool that you put down in a paint bucket and spin it with your drill to mix the paint. Think I can find it? No. So I think I'm going to make one. I've got this bolt. What's that, a 1/2 inch, 5/16, something like that. And I've got this thing, which is back in the old days I used to make a radial arm saw or a table saw. I can't remember which. Sears made them. And this would fit the bolt that you had to take out to get the blade out. Of course, nobody uses those saws anymore. The radial arm saws were recalled, and they'd actually pay you more money than you could sell one for in order to turn yours in, because so many people have gotten killed by those saws or got an arm cut off, something like that. And the table saws were as big as half a Volkswagen, and they took up so much space that most people nowadays use these. They make nice little lightweight saws that do the job just as well, and they aren't heavier than a freight train. So having that wrench there is useless, but if I weld this wrench to this bolt, then this bolt will fit in my drill, and I can stick that down in the paint can and spin it around. That'll make a pretty good mixer. So that's what I'm going to do. A little bit of quick weld up here. I'm also going to do, no, I can do it right now. I'm going to go paint that first, but after a while I'm going to do a little quick weld up on that Volkswagen pedal. So, but we'll do this first so that we can get the paint job done. People used to say that, you know, you talk to people that was retired and they say, I've never been busier in my life. Well, I didn't understand that until I got retired, and now I look around and I think, man, there's so many things that I want to do here. And I'm just getting to them one at a time. But yeah, I've never been so busy. Now that I don't have to be bothered by going to a workplace, and I got a lot to do. Okay. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I'm pretty sure I have, but you may not have heard me say it, but I'm about the worst painter in the world. I can get more paint on more things other than what I'm trying to paint than anybody ever knew. That said, I'm going to let that sit. Go get me some paint thinner and put the brush in there. And then go work on that other thing. I guess I might as well turn y'all off since I'm fixing to take off. Love you. I use this back wall to clean off my brush. Some of y'all ain't old enough to remember, but Eric Poston sent me these hubcap flowers a long time ago. And I had that little eagle that was left over from one of the buildings around here. And then I had this big old star that I put back here at some point. And I just cleaned my brush on this back wall. I just thought it made it look more cooler to have some semi-almost artistic stuff on it. Maybe if I use some blue paint, I might paint some blue sky up above, and have some green paint, I might paint some green grass down below. And oh, you never know. You just never know what could happen in the midst of the mindless that exists inside of me. That's what I'm saying. Oh, joy.